I know this is gonna sound weird, but I think the swamp is calling to me.
Water, earth, fire, air. What am I talking about now? Avatar: The Last Airbender. Now, like I said in my previous video, it is not possible for it to be similar because I think whoever made these games that are based on movies, they want to steer clear from spoilers because they knew if they make a game that is one-to-one towards the movie, there is a problem. They want to steer clear away from spoilers. And unlike the movie, there's a difference. There are parts in the anime, let's just say the anime, Avatar: The Last Airbender, is not directly within those games. I don't know if Zhao was there. I think I'm gonna have to recheck. And that is the Avatar, the first game for book 1. As for the second one, that is called The Burning Earth, which is reference to book 2. Well, it's similar to that, except the difference is the ending where, well, yes, Zuko betrayed them and set in the Crystal Catacombs. It was on the drill. Two different things. Yes, the storyline may be similar to the anime. However, it's not exactly simple, or perhaps there are a few changes because I think they don't want to avoid spoilers or copyright for some reason. But let's look at each of these reviews. You guys can read it. I just try to increase possible. This is, if you read this one, this is most likely centered around book 1, at least. Mostly book 1. And here's are their scores. Metacritic's PC is not available, which is, of course, they don't have it. I mean, there is a PC port, but sadly, nobody's reviewing it except for IGN. They gave it like, what, a 5? On the consoles, mostly, yeah, it's not that good. PS2, nothing better than the Game Boy Advance. I think there's some issues for that. Let's check another one. The Burning Earth. Like I said, centered around book 2. Let's see the reception. The reception, well, even though it doesn't have a PC port, the PS2, 6.5. Metacritic is 52. It's most likely mixed or average, mediocre at least. Now let's look at the next one. This one centered around book 3. As always, yes, there are some minor changes. And this, well, IGN gave it a 5. I think it's mostly mediocre at best. Game rankings, 60. The PS2 didn't fare better. Same for Metacritic's, 48. It's not that good. And IGN says it's a game destined to be forgotten. Well, mediocre. However, I still play this game. Now let's check out the latest one. Okay, I would show this, but then again, that is you guys know how this one works. It's nothing better. Let's see The Legend of Korra. Okay, as we all know, this takes place on PS3, which I'm gonna be replaying it. I need to see what it looks like. I haven't tried it yet. Pause the video if you want to read it. Third person. Okay, that's good. I mean, single player. Let's see this. Okay, Metacritic's PC 64, 54 for the PS4, Xbox One 49. That's not computer and video games gave it a 2. What? Was there an issue? Okay, let's see the reception here. It says, after alpha build, GameSpot report encouraged by the art style, IGN described the early version as having all the depths I expect from this bundle with a faithful artistic interpretation of the source material, nothing, the surprising deep combat system, tastefully recreated animation from the series. This is pre-release, okay? Pause the video if you want to read it. And for post-release, it got, well, mixed and average, sadly. GameSpot is highly critical of the game, writing that it tried to its best to boot M. Night Shyamalan film, which is right position of the worst Avatar related yet film. Okay, that's true. Paul Tassi says, scathing review for the game received wrote that the adaptation of the series shown the fundamentally misunderstanding of the source material, all but complete devoid of the plot, characters outside Korra herself. Okay, you guys can pause this. Now, this is something I hesitate to agree. Yes, it may not be similar to the source material. However, video games, well, you can't exactly be one-to-one. There are exceptions because I think they don't want to include that because sometimes I have to assume they don't have the rights for it because normally people need the rights for a source or perhaps for a way to make this game because without the rights or the source material, there's probably no chance. At least it was, well, it's not that bad. I'm gonna be picking it up, which, yeah, maybe these games are probably forgotten when people watch the anime. Regardless, you should give it a try. And not only that, there was no woke politics. I don't think there will be, sadly, but that's just me. I highly recommend this because I played it. I mean, yeah, I enjoyed it. Well, most of the game. The first one's not so much. I like the second one and the third one.
I think there's trouble headed for Ba Sing Se.
Why, Aang? What happened?
I'm not sure. but I think we need to go to Gaoling first. I think I just felt my earthbending teacher's presence. We need to leave this swamp.
Sounds good to me. This place gives me the creeps. No offense.
None taken. Gives me the creeps too, sometimes.
Leave a like and subscribe, and if you guys had any more recommendation or suggestion, let me know in the comments.